Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Crusader Kings III, where, honestly, I feel like things are going really well. I know that saying that is definitely opening me up to some hilarious comeuppance, but we're moving, right? On all of our goals, really. So, once again, we've hit the domain limit, and I was thinking about this a little bit. We have offloaded an awful lot of land onto our husband, and part of my thinking there is that, first of all, he just has good traits for holding on to stuff for me. He's honest and content. He's a little arbitrary, perhaps, but basically, I don't expect him to do any backstabbery. Also, he has 3 intrigue. And then on top of that, he's almost 20 years older than we are, and I reckon he's gonna die before I do. So, well, I suppose it might be, in a situation like this, it might be possibly the case that if our character dies, then our heir might have to deal with their father going, actually, I should be in charge, I hold all the land. That is definitely, it makes sense to me that might be a concern. I don't think it's going to happen here, because I'm pretty sure we're going to outlive our husband. But it still might be a bad idea to give one person control of too much of our levies and stuff. We do have a formal alliance with him, which means that his personal troops show up to war, right? That's why our levies have been able to be maintained at such a high level, I think. So, I don't know. I don't know how much it makes sense to give him. Because we do have to... Maybe we should vassalize someone else, is what I'm saying. I like our husband having a lot of territory. I feel pretty safe, but I am wondering if I'm setting myself up for something real bad. So we could vassalize just some other member of our court. We could get some person who is good at... I don't know, something. Stewardship? I could vassalize my spy master, I guess. Let's see. Oh, wow. Hey, look at Devgon's stats. Yo. Kid, I'm so proud of you. And this is without a learning trait, without an education trait. His education's not finished yet, so... Am I his guardian? No, his dad. This one is the one who's being taught by his dad. Yeah, his stats are excellent. Once he gets his education trait, he's going to be very impressive. Also, I was looking at our kids. We have some. We have produced some children. And our newest son, our youngest son, has received the quick trait. I don't know if this is due to, positive traits just sometimes showing up, and maybe this is just random happenstance, or if it is the case that you can get lesser versions of congenital traits, because we know some of them have multiple levels, right? The healthy and beautiful ones also exist at different levels of potency. So I'm a little bummed out about that, and I think none of the other kids have gotten intelligent, right? It's just the twins. So I'm a little disappointed. I think there's a pretty good chance that when we get to our first legacy, what we will take is noble veins, because we want to try to keep that intelligent trait alive as we move forward. But yes, we got to give somebody some stuff, and I'm real torn. Is my point. I'm real torn between vassalizing a new person and just giving all the land to my husband. So if we... Let's have a quick look at our other stuff. Let's see if there's anything here that helps guide this decision. So we should just be able to do this. As soon as it hits 888, as soon as it hits the 19th of June, 888, we should be able to just pass absolute tribal authority, and that is on the way to some of our goals, right? What about our decisions? What do we have up here? So what exactly? A holy order of your faith will be founded. Holy orders are independent military organizations that work to defend and expand the influence of their faith. You know? That does maybe sound like a thing we ought to have. Rulers of their faith may hire them if they are at war with a hostile or evil faith at a cost of piety. I think a lot of people are going to be hostile to us, so this this may work out. A holy order may have a patron who does not need to pay to engage their services, and if we do this, obviously, we will become the patron of that holy order. We'll get a 5-year piety bonus, which is pretty significant. Ukunusko's fervor will increase, which is kind of whatever. You have to hold a kingdom or an empire to do it, though. And you have to lease them a city or a castle. Interesting. This thing... So an Ukunusko holy site that you hold gains the Hall of Heroes, and of course this tooltip does not contain the actual mechanical information about what that is, despite the fact that that's way more important than the flavor text. I become a defender of the faith, which is not temporary. My prowess is not very important, but I guess same faith opinion up is good. You gain the trait Holy Warrior, and then many of the other Ukunuskos in your realm become Holy Warriors. So this is probably not going to be hugely relevant initially, because mostly we're fighting people who have our same religious beliefs, but I guess we're probably pushing toward the edge of that, right? Yeah, we're all the way down here now, so we're going to be pushing down into people with other religions. So actually, plus 10 advantage seems like a pretty big deal, that being the case. And that requires that I have 3 powerful vassals. And actually, we could do this right now. Well, yeah, we have the wealth for that. Okay, I guess that's a real compelling argument in favor of vassalizing a third person. We can become feudal, which requires absolute tribal authority, requires Ukunusko to be an organized faith, which we're incidentally already working on. The development level in the chiefdom of Runala is greater than or equal to 10. So, when we're tribal, we don't get development, right? Or is it just that the development still exists, but we don't benefit from it? Alright, we're going to have to figure that out. It has 70% of all military and civic tribal era innovations. I don't think our innovation progress has been particularly quick. We might need to... I wonder if we could build some buildings to help with that. We could consecrate our bloodline. Our dynasty would gain 500 renown. That's a big deal. I gain the trait Paragon. So our level of devotion has to be 5? Where are we at on that? So we're currently moving toward Paragon of Virtue. The level after that is Religious Icon. Okay. How old am I? 31? You know what? That might be doable. Especially since I think our lifestyle experience now, after we pick up Theologian, I think it's going into Whole of Body, so yeah, maybe we can make that happen. That's a hell of a level of devotion. But sure, 500 renown sure would be cool. Oh, that's maybe another reason to be leery of giving too much land to my husband. Oh, he's not of my house, never mind. Right? Yeah, he cannot become my dynasty leader because he's not part of my house, but like, oh, he's way over his holding limit as well, which is maybe upsetting his vassals that he doesn't have. Okay, that seems fine. Who cares? To strengthen our bloodline, the Bones Dynasty gains strong blood. This would be good. This would be good to have. You are a dynasty head. You have to have one of the good traits at its maximum level, and then traits from the other 2 lines as well. So we can try to breed into this. There's a lot of bloodline stuff in this game that is, like, very gross, but... And then to found a kingdom... Every duchy you hold or completely control becomes de jure duchies of your new kingdom. You have to hold 3 or more duchies. Realm size must be 30 or more. It's only 19 right now. Okay, so creating another duchy title wouldn't be good enough. We have to have a lot more total land. But we're on the way. We're on the way to this. So yeah, for the Defenders of Uko thing, let's vassalize somebody right now. Who wants to be my vassal? I'm sort of thinking my Spy Master. It's really important to keep a Spy Master happy, especially a Spy Master who is as good as this one. Can't grant titles. Ah, right. Right, because my religion is deeply stupid and backwards. Well... Alright, we'll vassalize somebody else temporarily. Maybe Ilmar? Ilmar is a witch. I just know that. That's just public information. There's a bunch of witches in my... Teach me to witch. Is there an option for that? I cannot ask for witch. But I can have them, like, educate my kids and stuff, right? Although, it's too late for my player heir, probably. Yeah, I would like to get that Witch Coven bonus. Seems real good. And it seems like there's just a lot of witches running around. It's probably not going to be that difficult to do it right now. Anyway, getting distracted. Grant titles. Hey, buddy, how do you want to run this new land we just picked up? Yeah, honestly, I'm cool giving him all of that. That'll take me under my domain limit. Yeah. And, big surprise, he now has 1 billion regard for me, and as such, we can do this Defenders of Ukko thing. So, an Ukanusko holy site that I personally hold becomes the thing? I know, I'm looking at it. So it'll be the one in the north, right? The safe one? Maybe I'll get to choose. I think we should do this. Under my leadership, the clans have united to raise a great war hall in Akel. Akel. Yes, good. For generations, foreign scavengers have had their eyes on our lands. Let them come, I say. Let them test their might against our brave Ukanusko heroes. Let their blood soak into the earth and color the rivers red. Hail Percola. Yeah, good. I am now known as the Defender of Ukko. Cool. We get a really long name. So, what did that building do? We made a building happen. Back to this view. The holder of this holding gets plus 0.1 piety per night. No, that was already true, wasn't it? Isn't that from the holy site? Maybe this is in addition to that? Because we are up to 8.6 at this point. Plus 5% night effectiveness, levies and garrison. I mean, that seems like a damn good building. Alright, what is... Hold on. Over here in the capital. Yeah, the level of development is currently 0. But development growth is 29. You know what I didn't look into is how to move the capital. I forgot to... Well, we'll worry about it later. I don't know that it's necessary to be stressed about it right now. We have a problem to worry about right now that is right here. Right? Am I remembering that correctly? Yes. Okay. Let's get a hold of this, and then we can start talking about reforming our religion. So... Actually, I guess for the moment, let's let our levies recover. How big is their military? 1411. My levies are going to recover to about 1400 since I passed some land down to somebody else. So... we do still need alliances. We can make some alliances. Yo, look at the size of that. What's your deal, King Rurik? So he is Slovianskan, not of my religion. He's of a different culture group. But he's just, and he likes that I am just. Yeah, okay, we're overcoming it. Being illustrious certainly doesn't hurt. So out of curiosity, my friend, what if I were to marry one of my many, many children to one of your people? Davgon is still unmarried and he's 13. We should probably get him married, right? Oh no, Swaba got intelligent as well. Cool. Let's see here. You do not have anybody from your house that you are willing to do a marriage. How about a daughter though? Do you have a male of your house? Indeed. Okay, and y'all got quick. That's good. Who exactly are... Alright, so this is gonna be first in the line for the kingdom, right? We're not making much of a move there. We can marry the 4th in line for the kingdom. He's not interested. He doesn't like how many alliances I currently have. Yeah, he recognizes that that I am trying to become very powerful. Well, he also... Marrying down. How dare you? Okay. So that might not be doable. Also, we should take a moment here. Who are they? They are allied with Karelia. I mean, whatever. Who isn't, am I right? Okay, there's a couple of other people around here who are pretty strong. What about Lithuania? Minsk, maybe? It would be a lot easier if we were marrying to somebody who was our religion. Because that other religion penalty is pretty harsh. What about the people over here? Ooh. Nope, you're a Satru. That's also not my religion. Hold on a second. You have some soldiers. I'm concerned that we may be the only sizable family of our religion left. I mean, I certainly have enough allies that we could just call people in. Maybe I don't need to form another alliance for this purpose right now, but we should probably get the kid married, right? Alright, do we have access to the find spouse dialogue? Let's, try to figure this out. So this is just showing us people who are interested, right? I think. Okay. So, an alliance with this chiefdom would not be terrible. Where are they? They're way up in the north. Okay, you're just part of my lands. You don't think of it that way yet, but you will. I guess a thing to look for the player heir is probably, these congenital traits. We'd like to get one of the congenital traits at a very high level. So hold on, let me filter. Sorry, that's not the filter button. Let me filter out all the people who don't have inheritable traits. Okay, unfortunately you are 41 years old. It's not a lot of child-producing time. Yeah, everybody with the good traits is already married, I'm betting. That's the problem we're seeing here. Oh no, okay, here we go. Here we go. We got some people with some powerful stuff. So let's see. I think that those two kids, you're a little on the old side. Can we sort by age? Maybe this would be a better way to do this. Because we're not really considering anybody who's probably too much older than he is, right? So yeah, if we're trying to pick up a very high level of a trait, it is you. You are the one. A lot of things about this make sense. So you're over there, and that seems like quite a lot of land. It seems like a reasonable amount of land. You're not too far away from what we're doing. You don't really have any military strength, but yeah, honestly, I think this seems like it makes a lot of sense. Let me see all of your traits. Oh, right, you're very young, and as such do not have a ton of traits yet. But you are 7 years old, and you already have a 9 in stewardship? That's probably a good sign for the long term, right? Okay, I think this is a valuable marriage in a bunch of ways. Not so much for military alliance purposes, but in a bunch of other ways. Okay. Now let's talk about going to war with Livonia. So if we were going to use Conquer Duchy, we want to make sure we're getting this one. The Duchy of Estonia, because this is where the holy site is. Right? Can I move this? I just want to make 100% sure. Yes. Okay. So Conquer Duchy to claim Estonia. They have about 2,300. The number's right there. I don't know why I was doing the math myself. We definitely tremendously overwhelmed them, although it is worth noting probably that many of our soldiers are in inconvenient locations for this. Like, these guys are going to have quite a run on their hands. We do have enough prestige to call everybody in, probably. Savo's right there. Alright, let's hold off for a moment. Let's let our levies recover a little bit. Just let time start running here. Okay. Betrothal. Good news. And then, hold on. I have some kids who are young enough that they are not yet being educated, right? I know, you already have a guardian. You're being taught. Sure, that makes sense. Do you have a guardian? No. You're gonna get educated by a witch. We're gonna spread some witchiness in our kingdom here. Sorry, not me. I want someone who has the witch trait. Yes. Sure. Otalem, the legendary blade master, and also witch. Do it. Oh, he has a different culture than I do. Okay, whatever. I assume he will accept. There's not even an indicator for the possibility that someone would not accept that. Alright, my husband released Biella. Apparently he felt that she no longer posed a threat to him. Alright, and our levies are recovering relatively quickly. Excellent stewardship. Really, really excellent stewardship. My lady, Moku approaches me with urgency. A local this again. Okay, if I get you this book, will you stop bothering me about it? He would lose opinion of me if I just got the book for myself, but also I would gain a stat point. Sure, I have 23 education, but what if I had more? No, I'll get him the book. You have our steward to thank for that, because I wouldn't have done it if I hadn't just gotten very paid. So we're trending north pretty hard here. We do need to keep an eye on these guys. Like, if they go to war with somebody else, obviously that would be a good time to leap in. For the moment, not a lot of military movement around here that seems to matter very much, though. I guess we have enough money that we could potentially do a feast or a hunt. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty stressed. How expensive would a hunt be right now? 33? Yeah, let's do it. We should definitely do that. Away from the others, I come across a cottage housing one of the most beautiful people I have ever laid my eyes on. He invited me to stay and rest, and I was surprised by how much I had in common with a simple peasant. Do you have to return to the hunt already, my lady? I have never met one such as you before. Why? If I remain here any longer, I would have to stay the night, which I would find very distressing. Would my husband feel okay about that? So, this is kind of weird, right? That would be utterly inappropriate. I gain piety. But, like, those are Christian moral values that are being represented there, not my religion's, right? Isn't my religion, like, pro-concubine, and this doesn't seem appropriate at all. Or we could just set him up at court, and I could grow closer to forming an intimate relationship with him. I mean, you know what? He has some stats. I mean, being beautiful, I guess, helps a lot with diplomacy. Also, again, this event seems maybe inappropriate. I'm gonna ask him if he'll come join my court. Aw, he would prefer a simple life. Ah, well. Hey, we're actually starting to sway the Jarl. That's cool. That's good. My Marshal is probably currently in, increasing control mode. I'm debating pulling him back to organize the levies. Because, like, this is going to be a relatively large war. We'll get back to the control thing. Get my levy size up. The High Chieftain of Finland was taken prisoner by, who is this? Sigurdur Snake in the Eye of where now? Oh. Okay. That doesn't really... That seems like someone else's problem. Weird. The hunt is drawing to an end. Okay. We got some prestige. We de-stressed a bit. Seems good. I can vassalize Chieftain Vigu. He would do it. Sorry, who is... Which... Oh, this... sure. Yeah. That territory is part of one of my duchies, really, so... Yeah, that makes sense. Welcome aboard, I guess. He is not happy about everything. So he wishes to be on the council, but he is too bad at his job to be on the council. Let us sway him, and if this does not work, then perhaps we can murder him. I'm not opposed to murdering him. Okay. One of my allies is going to war with Karelia. That's a bummer. Yeah, that's a bummer. If I were to decline, I would... Ooh, Can't be losing 750 fame. That's not really an option. I guess I accept. I don't really want to go to war with Karelia. But also I have an alliance with Karelia. He's making my life really awkward here. Oh. You control enough counties in the Kingdom of Sapmi to create the title. Creating a title may cost gold, but yeah, it does the things that creating a title does, and it would make me a proper king. I would have a king-level title. What is the Kingdom of Sapmi? Okay, it's this whole north edge of the map area. North of Norway and Sweden and Finland. Huh. But, like, wouldn't it be more fun to found a new kingdom? I personally think it would be more fun to found a new kingdom. It does not say that it gives 400 prestige. But, like, I want to do my own stuff. I don't want to do the real world map stuff. So I think we're going to hold off on that. It may be the case that we could just do both. How expensive was the Sapmi thing? It's too much, right? For right now, but 250 is not that bad. We could get to 250. All right, I'll consider it. And then we'll also consider founding a new kingdom, maybe. I hope that you can have more than one kingdom at a time. Did I accept this? I think I have to. So, oh, sorry. Karelia declared war. We're helping Savo. I feel less bad about that. I feel less bad about defending one of my allies from another one of my allies. So... what is the capital of Karelia? Well, the de jure capital is down here. But that's my territory. What's his current capital? His current capital is the one where the flag is right now, right? So yeah, let's move our rally point over to here then. Sorry, that's not the button for that. I guess doing this does make me the one who's going to receive the brunt of the battle, though. Maybe we do it like nearby, but not immediately in front of him. Okay, that's quite a large military force that has joined on the other side. Vigu seemed to enjoy our latest feast immensely. He got along quite well with everyone he spoke to, even the adult guests. So he has the trait gregarious right now, which I feel like we should leave in place, probably. We could turn him to greed. No, that's cool. Or I could encourage lust, which is sort of an uncomfortable idea. I think gregarious seems like a good trait to have. Alright, I'm waiting on these guys to show up. I don't really want to... trying to take it easy here. Because, like, obviously, we could potentially end this very quickly, but I don't want to be doing it by myself. Ah, they see what I am doing. I mean, we'd probably beat them. Can't help but notice that Savo's not really showing up. Savo's just going to let me do the whole thing. Okay, we get so many people with so much stewardship. Really is a wonderful thing. I can... oh, okay, I hit the point where I can actually do this thing. Yeah, well, I'm working on it. I'm working on it Vigu the 14th. There's so many people. There's so few names in my kingdom. Oh, a guest with 18... oh, wow. I don't necessarily know if I want him as a commander, but I do definitely want a guy with 20 prowess in my court. Welcome aboard. My knights are kick-ass. Like, right now, our 8 champions are 27, 26, 20, 15, 10, not, like, geez. And we have a champion effectiveness bonus on top of it, on account of the Hall of Heroes. I'm feeling pretty okay about that. You guys planning to come and participate, or no? Alright, well. New alliances, huh? Hopefully we can just end this right now. That would be wonderful. Oh, did I have a peasant revolt faction that was... yeah, whatever. Gormer is an experienced fighter. You're right, he is. Experienced fighters love small amounts of wealth. We got all these knights. Also, I'm being raided. Up, 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 up. Hold on a second. Siege. I mean, I know we're being raided. Are we also being sieged? And there's a siege going on over here, but that's not my territory and I shouldn't be a part of it. During the siege of Runala. But Runala is not being sieged. Those guys are just... I guess they successfully sieged it. So that's like a guy I cared about. And also my daughter. Very annoying. Very annoying stuff. I don't have time to be focusing on all of this raiding that's going on. So that guy was a really good Chancellor, and we definitely don't have another Chancellor of that skill level in our empire right now. So that really sucks. I guess we'll make it you. Yeah, that really, really sucks. Do I have anyone at court who is a little bit better at that? Somebody we could recruit into the position? My son's not quite ready, but as soon as he is, he's getting promoted. Actually, both of the twins are really good at diplomacy and also everything except intrigue. They really take after their mother. Yeah. Bummer. That raiding is a bummer. This war is a bummer. Everybody's getting in my way. Everybody's confusing my problems. Making their problems my problems. Alright. I lost Liandu as my court physician because she was... okay. She was brought into another court. That's annoying. I do want to have a court physician. Can we maybe fix that? Alright, Lydia has 10 learning, but she does have a physician trait. She's also possessed? Huh. Okay. It's not 100% ideal. While you are a lunatic with only 8 learning. These are both not good. I mean, it's better to have... Oof. No, both of them fail to impress me. I'm certainly not impressed enough to pay them the amount of money that they want. Do you guys want to maybe participate in the war a little bit? Just, like, help me out a small amount here? Okay, whatever. This guy's... He's creating alliances 100% of the time, and in the end, he still loses his capital to me. Okay. So... I want this war to end. I cannot offer peace. You should offer peace. I know you're the defender and everything, but... So I can't call my allies to the war because I am not a war leader. We could declare our own war, I suppose. Is that a thing that can happen? No. I was thinking, like, if we could get involved in this conflict in a sort of a different way, then maybe we could do something. I want to take more territory, but I kind of think I have to bail. Because, again, with the raiding. Okay, High Chieftain Moku lost against... There's 10,000 people who are constantly at war with each other, and between the lot of them, they have 3 names. It's impossible to keep track of what's going on. My chieftain was wounded. There's nothing that can be done. He's just severely injured, and the road to recovery could be a long one. And we don't have a court physician. How long until I'm allowed to try that again? 25th of December. Okay. My daughter Soja, in prison, has fallen ill with consumption. The future is uncertain. Death lingers closely by her side, yet she might survive. Okay, I'm allowed to send for a physician because of this, even though I cannot... my physician could not tend to her because she is extremely in prison. Well, whatever. I mean, like, I do want a physician, so let's take advantage of that. Okay, 11 learning and a positive trait and not a danger to your patients versus you again. Sure. Welcome aboard. You're not great, but you're better than the slot being empty. So where the hell are the... I really need them to show up. I was recruited to this war under the pretense that there was going to be a war. Also, maybe too many notifications. It is possible that there are too many notifications. Huh. So these are all enemy armies, huh? We could take any one of them alone. We certainly cannot take the lot of them together. I wish that it actually... I wish that it showed the actual factors here instead of the net. So, so that I didn't have to mouse over it to see exactly how much is being affected by different things. I mean, what we need to do is we need to win some battles, right? We need to batten down... sorry, not batten down. That's not the right phrase. But we need to defeat some of these armies. We need to lessen their military strength in the area. But I can't do it alone. And the fucking Savo guys, Savoyans? I don't know. Are not interested in fighting at all. They're really making this awkward for me. And I have other things I need to be doing with this military force. I guess let's go fight you before you have the chance to show up. He is successfully escaping. Okay. Yeah, I'll grant a tax lien. They got me over a barrel. Like, I'm very fucking busy right now. Militarily speaking. Okay, my court physician got better at physicianship. That's good news. So... again, like, if we could catch one of these armies alone, we could beat them, force them out of Savo, reclaim Savo. I think that's the only path to potentially winning this war. But we have to be very smart about how we do it. As I step over the threshold to my court physician's office, I find him bent deeply over a book. Oh, this translation of Galen is atrocious, he says with a sigh. If I were to follow these instructions, I am as likely to cure my patient as I am to kill them outright. Okay, that seems bad. I can probably fix that on account of I'm very smart. This may lead down a path of cynicism, because the people who made this game don't understand what that word means. I could tell him to just, be more Ukanuskin. He will not like that. But he likes me a lot right now, so it might be fine. And I would gain piety. I do feel like this is kind of in character. It's out of character for me, but it's in character for our character. So I'm going to do that. I'm really nervous about engaging while this huge army is standing so close. Okay. That's a fair number of troops. Where are they right now? Not that far away. Not that far away, already on the way over. Okay, maybe. Right now, I am reinforcing. My spouse has aided me in my learning studies, despite his poor learning skill. See, I mean, if we walk up here, we will immediately get attacked by these guys, right? But if I walk over here, let's see if they'll break the siege to come and assist. They totally will. Okay. High Chieftain Tur has formed yet another new alliance. Very annoying stuff. Well, I think we're going to lose this battle because these dudes are totally going to show up. But we bought time on this siege. This asshole needs to, I don't know what he's doing. He needs to show up. We could totally win this, but we're not going to because he doesn't want to. Yeah. Okay, so my old Noity was slain? Nope. No, he was not. He was captured. He's still alive. I need to tell you, this is a small annoyance, but I really hate the way this game pops up multiple notifications. How it slides one up and then waits a second, and then slides the next one up, so you can just start to read a notification and then it gets collapsed automatically. It should absolutely just put them all in the bar at the same time. Every other game like this does that. I don't know why that wouldn't be the case here. And yes, they are going to retreat all the way back to the capital, despite the fact that there's friendly safe territory 8 feet to their right. Well, cool. So we lose this war because the war leader had decided that we would lose it, despite the fact that there was no reason for that to be the case. And worse, we're going to lose the war very, very slowly. I'm going to be in this war for 1,000 years. I'm proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that has displayed little natural inclination towards scholarship, such as Davgon, can come to truly understand any subject. That's not 100% ideal. I didn't really want him to be a learning kid, but whatever. His understandings of philosophical and theoretical works is impressive, because I had him being educated by his father, didn't I? I wanted him to pick up some of that stewardship or martial skill. Alright, so he has gained the trait Mastermind Philosopher. You know what? At least he's good at it. Vigu has also come of age, and he is an insightful thinker. He is less good at that. This one makes sense, because I was parenting. I was training Vigu. Yeah, well, he's still got 16 diplomacy. So I'm allowed to, sorry, now that he is of age, I'm allowed to put him on my council, aren't I? Yeah, let's put Vigu on the council. That's good. We'll have 2 Vigus on the council. That won't be a problem at all, especially with every one of my allies being named Vigu. Yeah, that's fine. We'll be cool. It's fine. He likes me a lot. Because you're just way better at the job. And then you are terrible. You are terrible at this. My son will be minority. There we go. That doesn't look like nepotism. That's fine. Yeah, no kidding, Davgon endorses me. He fucking better. I will send his ass to bed without dinner if he doesn't. Alright, once again, we could trivially crush this force. I'm going to move around this way, and let's see if these guys follow. I'm super annoyed. I'm super annoyed by our allies. Nope, they don't follow. They have no interest. Alright, well, my powerful vassal is in... He likes us fine now. I think I'm going to keep swaying him because he doesn't, like, it's not good enough. I'm just going to head over here. We're just going to replenish in our own lands. Oh. You gained attentive care. My alliance with you has expired. Oh, is this... Wait. I don't remember. Why did we even have an alliance with you? I don't remember which alliance we got in which way. The game could probably like put a little bit of effort into making that clearer. Whatever, it's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm going to hope that they siege out the rest of the war quickly. I am going to make no effort to increase our war score. I want to decrease our war score. I want this fucking thing to be over with. Oh wow, he died a lot earlier than I thought he was going to. My dear Ara, I might not have loved you, yet I feel your passing more acutely than I ever thought possible. You were always there, my constant companion. Did I take you for granted? There are so many things I left unsaid, but why though? But why did I do that way? Only tense stress. You know, it's not as bad as like missing a shot against a thing you're hunting or anything. It's just the death of your husband. Well... So I should probably get married, right? Is that what this is going to say? No, actually, it's not. Yeah, we're definitely going to keep swaying you. So, how old am I? I am 34. So there could still be children in my future. I guess we could marry Atos now. I'll lose 200 prestige for marrying a lowborn person. Hold on, though. That says marrying unlanded, not marrying lowborn. So if we just give him land and then marry him, does it get rid of that? Because I'll do that. I have no problem with that. He's got decent traits. He is ambitious, which is a little... And he's chaste, so... That does reduce the likelihood that there will be more children, which makes his inheritable trait less valuable. Let's see. You have the highest possible level of that. What's your deal? Who are you? A wandering, insane adventurer. These seem to be, like, extremely arbitrary, these personality titles. So he's brave, but wrathful and trusting. He has a 27 in prowess. And any children that he and I have together might get some boosts. He's the same age I am. He is unlanded. I cannot invite him to court. He would not do that. He didn't actually like me that much. But he would marry me. Because, king. He would like to be a king. Quote unquote, technically. I guess I'm currently a high chiefess, so he would be a chief. But we're at the level where, like, you could call him a petty king, and it wouldn't be wrong. He does bring some interesting... Yeah, I'm gonna marry this guy who all he has to bring is traits for the bloodline and 27 fucking prowess, because our whole military deal is very hero based. I'm doing it. We're just getting more traits into the bloodline. We'll figure this stuff out later. He gladly accepts my hand in marriage. You're goddamn right he does. Okay. Winning battles is still worth fame. Oh, actually, never mind. Now people are showing up in force because they like to move together. We lost the war. Thank Christ. Interesting that despite the war being over, I don't have a button for disbanding my troops. I guess I shouldn't disband yet anyway, because there's a tiny force of raiders we should go kill. Okay. Recovered 20 loot. We got a little bit of stuff from victory. Yeah, go ahead and stand down. What is this? A ransom for Bilas? Yeah, I'll do that. I do like Bilas. One thing I like about him is that he has a name that's not held by literally everyone else around him. I can tell which one of my guys he is, and as such, I'm a fan. I think we do have two Bilases, but it's less annoying. It's less annoying when it's just two. We could host a feast. How expensive is a feast right now? Because de-stressing and increasing our vassals' opinion of us is both valuable. So, hold on. I now have... when my husband died, land passed down to my kids, right? There were a bunch of titles that are now held by my various children, which is okay. I think that was going to happen when we died anyway. If I had tried to hold on to things, so I think I'm fine with it. I think that's an okay outcome. And now we need to fucking talk about Livonia. Ooh, Livonia is looking a little rough at the moment. So who do I still have alliances with? What is the current state of my alliances? Apparently, Karelia is not sore about the thing that happened. They get it, Wars for land happen. I just came to the aid of people who I promised to come to the aid of. You don't like me that much for someone who's currently married to me. Get romanced. Whew. Don't get romanced. The base chance of romance is 0%. You really gotta get some modifiers on that. Get swayed? Yeah. We'll stop swaying that other guy who likes us okay and start swaying this guy who should like us more if we're going to get some huge powerful children off of him. And then yeah, I'm feeling real fucking strong right now. Let's do this. Let us declare a war immediately. Let us go forth and conquer this duchy. This should be remarkably easy. Raise the armies. And we'll go ahead and call in an ally or two just to make sure. Let's see, you're at 1,000. You're quite strong. He would not accept my call to war. He's mad on account of the war that we did. He would accept an island's right here. Yeah. Also, that's a cheap call. If I want to bring in Bavy, I have to spend twice as much prestige. Let's get the Nylanders, and then I think that should be enough, right? Just us together. You know what? Let's not screw around on this, though. I may as well. It's not like I need the prestige that badly. I would like to be successful in this war. It's very important to me, actually. Alright, Nyland's in. Those guys are in. It's going to take them like a year or two to reach the site of the battle, unfortunately. And perk! Hooray! I'm a theologian. Alright, so even more piety income. Yeah, 3 learning, which will affect our base piety income, and then a 20%. Okay, quite an easy victory, and I think we'll just hang out here on the coast. I don't necessarily think that this is a valuable holding, but I'm hoping these guys will follow us if we stay accessible like this. Oh no. Swaba has fallen ill with consumption. This is okay. We have a physician, and he seems to be okay at his job. Hopefully that will hopefully he'll take care of it. The choice is up to my daughter. She's 10, and she doesn't really know anything about medicine. So I don't think we're doing that one. Let's there will be no treatment, seems bad. Be cautious. She's still healthy for now. Don't do anything crazy. But do solve the problem. Where are you going, friend? Alright. Soja comes of age. They grow up so fast. She's become an adequate bargainer. Her diplomacy is currently 0 on account of she's in prison. Wow, her diplomacy is actually just not very good. -5 was enough to take her down to 0. Oh, the consumption's not helping either. Sorry? What's happened now? Why did my player error change? Why on earth would that dialogue box not, like, say a thing that... Okay. I can negotiate an alliance with my son. I probably ought. Seems like a good idea. But why on earth? Why on earth would there be a message that's like, your player error has changed? I'm going to give you no information about this. You can call on your ally. Yeah. It's weird that this box exists twice with the same information in it too. I guess it's because it used to be a drop-down when we opened it, and now it wouldn't be, so under normal circumstances, the lower box wouldn't be visible. So is it like... He's still my son, he's still in my... He's unlanded now. Did he not get land from his father? Huh. Well, I mean... I guess it's not a problem. I don't care in the sense of wanting to do anything about it. But also, shouldn't there be more information? I don't know, whatever. Yep, cool. Is it because he got land and the other kid didn't, or something like that? Okay, my son married the woman to whom he was betrothed. Seems like a decent, honorable thing to do. Awesome. I love additional taxes. Our allies showed up remarkably quickly, actually, considering how far away they were. I guess there's a lot of water between here and there. It's not that difficult to cross. So it looks like this war is going to go down real fast. Okay, let's go threaten their capital. And of course, they are being raided by opportunists as the war goes on. Oh, really? I have low control in some counties? Is that the case? Oh, my daughter finally got out of prison. Again, it's a super annoying thing to do. Pop them all up at once, or pop them up further apart so that I can read them before... Chieftain Davgon took Soja as his woman. It's the word woman with a tooltip is just very funny to me. Okay. I mean, here's a question. I have a question. What's the consent status on this? Because it doesn't, like... She was in prison, and now she's not in his prison anymore, and this box doesn't say whether she's okay with it or not. And that's, like, critical information, don't you think, in terms of guiding my decision-making on the question of, do we do something about this? I mean, we're gonna kill this dude, right? He raided my stuff, and yeah, he's dead. Where's his shit's up north? 1,200 soldiers. Yeah, okay, he's dead. We'll figure it out. It doesn't matter whether she likes being his woman or not. We're gonna avenge some slights over there, but I'm gonna deal with this first. I don't much like that way of displaying that battle, where the blue header was on one side and the red header was on the other, but then below that, the red and blue bar had the colors swapped. The red part of the bar represented the function of the victory of the blue military partner. Very strange. Very, very strange UI design choices here. It's almost like they don't want you to know what's going on sometimes. This game has a reputation for being like really complex and impenetrable, but honestly, I think a lot of it is that stuff. Like, what's going on here isn't really... Mechanically speaking, there are a lot of mechanics. It's very wide, but it's not very deep or complex. There's just a lot of simple things happening, and the game goes out of its way to obfuscate what is occurring in a bunch of different ways. Rather than trying any ransom nonsense, I'm just going to enforce my demands here, because we're being raided, and I want my army to go home. So, that gives me control of a third holy site, right? Sorry, this is the button I want. Nope, this is the button I want. So yeah, we have all of the features of this, except now we have to actually build the thing, figure out the cost, and accumulate enough faith to do it. And obviously, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than this, because this doesn't represent our changes. So why is that the cost? Ah, okay. I was going to say, it seems like that is wrong, right? Like, isn't that what it was before we had the profit reduction? Yes. Yes, that is what it was before we had the profit reduction, because now there's no fervor reduction at all, because we've been doing all these things to increase the fervor of our religion. So, that's unfortunate. We released that prisoner, right? That was part of the peace deal. Get child out of my prison. That also I will... You've been in house arrest for 15 years, but whatever, you're on house... It's fine. You guys like being on house arrest. It's fine. I did see when we opened up our council there, it left him on managed domain despite the fact... it remembered our settings from our previous husband, but this is not the mode that I want this husband in. It doesn't make any sense for him to be doing that. Frankly, I think he should be working on our soldiers and stuff. This is where he really shines. And then I'm going to disband this army. And where am I being raided? Where exactly is the raid? Yeah, but I'm getting this notification because there are guys in my territory, right? I guess... maybe not? I guess not? Oh, no. Well, yeah, okay. This is not that thing. This is some other nonsense that is occurring. My son has gotten himself into a bit of a thing. Well... I mean, I could probably just declare war on this guy, right? No, that's... sorry. I want to select the army? I cannot select the army. I'm a little surprised that there isn't a Casus Belli that's like, he kidnapped my child. I feel like that's a good reason to declare the war on him. So, this is High Chieftain Moku. The person I want to fight is not him, though. It's Chieftain Davgon, who is Moku's... yeah, Moku is his liege. Okay, so I have to fight Moku to be allowed to do that. Which we can do. So if I engage in a war here, I want to take the part of his deal that is... wow. Wow, that's a lot of land. This is 250 piety, which is maybe this is not the best time to be spending piety, but also I feel very strongly about this. I feel very strongly about taking away that dude's land, about fighting off his army that is currently sieging my son, and about reclaiming my daughter, if possible, and also just generally kicking his ass on account of all the raiding that he got away with. So, I'm gonna do this. People will not like it if I declare war on them. Hey, what a surprise. We're going to move our rally point over to, I don't know, here-ish? That seems good. No, rally point to here. Raise. And then, also there's something happening up here. Alright, one problem at a time. Ransoms were accepted. An enemy ally has joined the war. I got a faction notification there. Who even are you? I don't know, whatever. 2 weeks to send an ultimatum, not a problem at the moment. That's a later kind of issue. I can create the title of the Duchy of Estonia, because I took enough of Estonia with that thing that I just did. Later, probably. This is a later problem. What I do want to probably do here is call an ally or two to war just to make sure that this goes the way I want it to go. How are you feeling right now? 1791. They're about equally far away. I'll call you in. I'll call them both in. Let's actually win. Let's make sure we actually win, shall we? The very heartlands of Western Christianity are under siege by infidels. Desperate Christian lords have persuaded His Holiness to declare, yeah, okay, Christians are gonna fight people who are not anywhere near us. Like, why did I even get that message? That seems like someone else's mail. This is enough. Yep, all this... No, don't. I'm not trying to issue orders. I'm trying to dismiss notifications. Alright, let's go kick these guys' ass, and then we'll figure out what our next move is after that. I'm not allowed to move until I'm finished gathering. That's a shame. I kind of wanted to just take the troops that we have now and go, on account of it's enough troops. Seems like the smart thing to do. Alright, so our husband's pretty swayed. Do I want to change up my personal scheme? Right, I can't even see what the options are because we're on a scheme right now. Again, really just like 100% inappropriate design. Okay, that helps. I'm gonna try to actually love a husband for the first time. Every time our spouse dies, we get a message about how we never really even tried to be a partner to them. So I'm gonna put forth effort to be a partner this time. The time has come to let my feelings toward my husband be known. I want him to remember this day for the rest of his life. So what do I think he'd be into? I could sing him a ballad. I could secretly plant a letter in his chambers with my 0 intrigue. I could write him a poem. I should write a thing. Right? That makes sense. The candle is burning low when I finally finish my poem. Before I send it, I give it one last read. Oh boy. Your big hands are like pretty nice pebbles. I would be blessed if I could hear your voice again, that I may know the depths of your love. Please be the Cleopatra to my Marcus Antonius, which I guess is a thing that he and I are both going to be... I'm making a lot of assumptions here about whether or not he's going to be familiar enough with these people to know what that means. The waiting is unbearable. The thought of rejection makes me sick to my stomach. When his reply arrives, I tear the seal with shaking hands. Well, I cannot encourage you, my liege and wife. I am most grateful for your kind words. Ah, well. We'll keep trying. Okay, yeah, nothing new. We have so many different wars we can declare. It just always wants me to know about that. Yep, they're going to get to finish the siege, which is really annoying. Oh, hey, my son was let out of prison. Great. Because my troops have decided they're not going to walk until all of them are present, even though they absolutely could, and it would be... Oh, hold on. There's a button to stop the gathering. That's not even worth doing now. They're no longer sieging us, so... Uh-oh. An embarrassing odor. I've secured an invitation to a feast in Renala and a seat close to Joseph. Despite my determined attempts, I am failing to strike up a conversation. He is probably rendered speechless by the intensity of my affections. Yep, that's it. Suddenly, the loudest fart I have ever heard erupts from our table. A few of the guests are looking at Joseph. I must save him. Is this a faux pas in this culture? It was me. I farted. It would give our scheme some success chance. I would lose 150 prestige. That's more prestige than you get from winning a war. That's the amount of prestige you get from becoming a duke. This game is so incredibly inconsistent. Whatever. If we don't romance our husband successfully, I guess it's fine. I would like some children, but... You know, if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. So... There's still no raiders in my territory? Is that still the case? Yeah, I guess so. Our allies are on the way. And for the moment, we will just press in here and do some stuff. Somebody left the war. Runala's under siege. Well, I suppose I ought to do something about that. Right-click is not the same as left-click, video game. So that's going to take up to 7 months. It's a 4-month walk. Well, we'll go win another battle, and... I am not at all concerned about this not going my way. We are going to crush them. Like, completely trivially. And then we'll figure out, you know, we have a domain problem and stuff. We'll sort that all out later. Look at the cowardice. Why even attempt to siege Renala? Like, you know this is what was going to happen. He's having a really hard time navigating my mountainous terrain here. Okay. We are definitely heading down the whole of body track. I'm hoping that it's not too late for us to really benefit from. Alright, our allies are showing up. Lord Joseph, let me prove my devotion to you in any way you deem fit. Joseph ponders the request for a while before his face lights up. You should be able to sustain yourself on nothing but your love for me for many days. That seems more like he's trying to torture me than anything else. So, my devotion will carry me through. I'll take a slight health penalty. He will gain opinion of me, though. Well, maybe. Unless I succumb to my body's needs. I could just lie to him about it. These have an equal chance of working. No, she's not a big liar. I don't think she's a big liar. And we're gonna try it. Okay. I managed to avoid sustenance somehow, despite that being like a really bad idea. So, like, is it a good idea to just chase these guys? Our allies are currently winning sieges. Like, the war's going to go in our direction regardless. Is there a holding here? There's not a holding here. There's nothing where the holding would be. So we could just turn around. The thing is, like, I definitely don't want them to be able to siege Runala. Right now, they're just going out to sea. If we let them go elsewhere, they'll... Yeah, I'm just going to turn around. I don't think they're a real threat to us. Let's just go and do some sieging. Let's go win this war. Yeah, if they siege minor stuff, that's not such a big deal. Obviously, I can't let them take Runala. Alright, so we're about to win a couple of sieges in a row here. My allies are actually, like, showing up and participating in the war, which I love very much. And the game's always telling me, hey, you got new options, but it's always just, I added something to the list of the 12.5 wars that you can declare. Yeah, he's not going to win a base race. This is not a real strategy on his part. And then once this is over with, we can reassess some things. My son, Ara, has grown up to be a skilled tactician and a flexible leader. Okay, interesting. Really, only 9... So hold on, I think it is not telling us the actual stats here. Because we saw, with our daughter, we saw her stats change after we, Yeah, there we go. It takes a while to update, despite the fact that it's telling us things have already happened, but they haven't. You two can marry... And I see no reason not to, right? I don't know. There must be, in order for it not to happen automatically, there must be some benefit in at least some cases to not going through with the marriage immediately. But I have no idea what that would be. Alright. Back to winning this damn war. Bit by bit. We do need to expand our territory quite considerably. Yep. Siege happened, whatever. We are massively ahead on war score, and we're going to keep gaining while he does not really... I got 3 wealth from occupying his territory, because his stuff is all fucking garbage. I'm a little confused as to why my husband wants to present a grand gift to me in the courtyard. I soon understand, however, as High Chieftain Joseph orders a group of soldiers into a line. A complete regiment raised from my own lands, ready to serve you. This is a grand gift. So it would just give me personally 2 prowess for 12 years? That doesn't seem so useful. An army of 410 men in Runala is also not useful, though. I guess I'll take this. Like, it's not a large enough army to fight off the people who are invading us, and we sure don't need them down here. That was very sweet, though. I think the romance is working. Yeah. I'm always being raided. And, you know, in one way, it kind of seems like they're just waiting until I'm distracted, until my army is busy doing other stuff to raid me. But at the same time, I am always at war. So, any time that they raided me, this would be true. I'm attending a dance in Udyar to spend some time with my husband. The mere thought of touching hands makes my heart jump. But when I arrive, I find him stuck in conversation with my vassal chieftain Vigu. With this chieftain Vigu. Okay, the powerful vassal one, yes. The loathsome man drones on and on, totally oblivious to Joseph's discomfort. Well, I could just step in. It's so annoying that I will get 10 years of chronic headaches. But success chance up even more. I could form a royalty, or work on forming a rivalry with Chieftain Vigu, and I don't get the stress or the headaches. I do spend 35 prestige. I think that's probably okay. I do want the kindness, right? I don't really want him to be... He's kind of a nobody, though. Like, I'm not worried about him trying to rise up against me. Yeah, I'm doing this. It's not so bad to have rivals as long as they're weaker than you are. Alright, after we finish this siege, we'll walk over here and kick these guys out. I feel like the war is over, personally. I don't understand how he doesn't think that. Chieftain Vigu has approached me, claiming he has discovered who is behind the murder of my acquaintance Idna. Who is that? He has offered to provide everything he knows, including names and evidence, in exchange for a favor to be rendered on a future date. You do not, in fact, get a hook on me. Every time I close my eyes, I see my husband's face. Sleep will not come. The notifications will not stop. I cannot wait another moment. Cloaked in shadows, I make my way to the garden outside his living quarters. The sight of Joseph's chamber window makes my heart stutter. So close and yet so far. But wait! Who is that climbing up the tower? The shady figure stops by Joseph's window and unlatches the shutters. I think it might be potentially somebody that he is romancing up. Sorry, if I click this, I will lose 10 opinion of me? That doesn't seem correct. And it will end my scheme for some reason. Well, yeah, my sweetness is in danger. I must save him. My prowess is actually, like, okay at this point. I have so many modifiers. Yeah, I'll fight a burglar. The sounds from the struggle above is the greatest motivator I've ever known. Without care for life or limb, I hoist myself through the window. The scene that meets me is not what I expected. Overturned furniture, shredded curtains, and Joseph standing over an unmoving body with a bloody dagger in his hand. "What are you doing here?" he asks, his voice trembling. I raise my hands, a gesture of peace, but he draws his dagger. "Do not come any closer. Leave at once or I will hurt you." Well, I mean, I should have known that he was going to be, like, 100% fine, because, like, of course he is. He's the greatest warrior the realm has ever known. Okay. My captured combatants are not part of my war score. But he has no interest, he doesn't care if I if I ransom them or not. Fine, whatever, I'll just let the guy go. Enforce demands. This is mine. Vengeance. It's not like vengeance is actually going to solve the problem, but it is vengeance. Alright, am I still being raided? There were raiders, like, over here. Did they just leave? It looks like they just left. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to disband then. Alright, so. Fervor. Is there a way to lower the fervor of my religion on purpose? Fervor changes naturally with time. Smaller faiths tend to have higher fervor. Larger faiths tend to have low. Waging holy wars will increase fervor, or will decrease fervor. Outbreaks of heresy will increase it. So it doesn't look like there's anything I can do right now based on this to change that very much. So what did we determine? It was like 3,600 faith with basically a 50% discount from fervor being at 50%. In order to do the reformation that we wanted to when we looked at it at the beginning of the game, right? Now, we have a 50% discount from profit, but we no longer have the fervor discount, so it's going to be the same amount. So, honestly, that's probably fine. We can still do that. We can still make it to 3,600 fervor, I bet. Or 3,600 piety. Our piety income is really solid, and we should be able to do a pilgrimage. So, okay, I think we can make that happen. I think this is probably where we're going to call it for right now. I have a lot of domain issues to figure out, and also I need to rebuild our Reformation thing and make sure that it's going to cost what I thought it was going to cost. So that's stuff I will do between now and next episode. But for now, we are out of time. Thank you all so much for watching, and for being patient. I know this series tends to get disrupted a lot by things going wrong. There wasn't an episode yesterday because every other thing I did yesterday ran 100 to 400% over over the time I thought it was going to take. But there will be one more of these later today before we take our break for the weekend. So come back for that when we really, at this point, really try to figure out exactly what it's going to take to reform this religion and hopefully also become a High Queen. That would be neat. And we'll see you then.